Hello, playing Minecraft. Basically, I wanted to tell stories while playing Overwatch, but then I realized that that is very difficult. So I'm just not gonna do that. I'm realizing that it's very difficult to do it here because you have to focus on Minecraft. Oh yeah, I have trophies. Like 100% vanilla. Because usually I have cheats on. So I can like skip the night and that. Because for some reason, the days feel like when you play Minecraft, the days they feel super short and the nights super long. So usually I'd have like, I think it's commands, that's it, or you use the chat to put like set time tonight. So I'm just gonna play Minecraft so I can just talk about stuff. Oh yeah, I should use the map. It's gonna go this way till I get to a field. Because usually in Minecraft, I just like stick to the plains biome because it's very big, and sometimes like mountains because they have big hills that I like. Fun fact: I've I've only played on console Minecraft, like never on a computer. I should have grabbed one of those sheep earlier. Oh, I'm on an island. No, I'm on a peninsula. Cause that's just funny. I might be on an island. On an archipelago. See, I just made a joke right. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, it's my first time with shaders as well. Because on PlayStation 3, I don't think it can handle having shaders. It might explode. It like barely ran a Little Big Planet. Fun fact, I felt terrible as a child. Because on the box for the PlayStation 3 Minecraft, on the container, it said to... I don't need this. It said like 10 and up, and I was 9. I was 8 when I started. So I felt terrible that I was like breaking the law. And on my 10th birthday, I was so happy because I could play Minecraft. I was what they called a law-abiding citizen. Emphasis on called. I have broken many laws. I love the spruce biome. It's my favorite. It was Stampy Longnose. Fun fact. I remember the first ever YouTube video I saw, it was Stampy. Because my brother, he wanted to shut me up. Me and my sister. And so, we went and like... he showed me on his PlayStation 3 that you could get Minecraft. No, after... I think it was before we got Minecraft, he showed me the YouTube on the PlayStation 3. And that was my first time like on the internet, basically. No, literally. I had not used the internet before that. I don't know if I'm recording. Oh, I am recording. That's good. Like, that was my first time on the internet, and I was watching Stampy Longnose. It was Lovely World videos. I remember it was because he was telling me the lore of Stampy. That hit the target would steal the dogs, and the dogs would die or something. And then I remember my sister was beside us on the bed, because we were on the bed watching the TV because we didn't have a chair. And then she was like, at school they say Stampy swears, because that was back when he swore. When he was playing like, I was about to say Last of Us. Back when he played Walking Dead, the Telltale one, and Broken Age, that one too. I think it was either Act 2 or episode 12 of Broken Age. That was the first time I seen like that thing. Oh, that's so cool. That thing where like you whatchamacallit, where you refresh the page and then a new video is uploaded. That's the first time I did that. I remember because I was with my brother and we were just like smiling. It was so fun. Oh, I'm out of food. I'm so hungry I could eat it. Why did it look at me? Why does it sound like it's saying no? That's horrible. Not horrible. That's slightly inconvenient to my goals. I forgot who said it. Tommy in it, I think. That they should add a... This is a perfect spot for a house. That they should add a shrinking potion to Minecraft. Because they, like, in the code, you can shrink yourself, like the player. New trophy earned. Benchmarking. Like, you are capable of making a... No, not making. Of making your character smaller. Like, physically smaller. So why not just have a potion that activates that command? Then you could make your character smaller to go through like 1 block gaps in that. That would be so cool. I'm out of food again. I don't have a furnace. Oh yeah, I did this. No. I did a thing before. Here's a fun fact. I'm a writer. I like to write things. So instead of like actually coming up with clever and iconic topics, I could just talk about the stuff I write, because nobody cares about that. I'll talk about it after this night, because I'm gonna pause the recording, because nights are boring. Hello. Basically, I've shut myself into this hole to pass the night, but then I realized that is very boring. So I just like made a little place down here. I just started digging and taking all this copper. And like, I realized it's so boring that I have nothing to do basically. So I'm just gonna talk, instead of waiting for tomorrow, like the sun to come up, to talk about my writing. I'm just gonna do it now. Is it daytime? It's just gray out there. Alright, still need monsters. There is monsters. Why am I cooking? This is a terrible time. I'm just gonna hide in the hole. There. So the plot was, there's this mailman, and he had bird wings. Wait. I'm forgetting the plot. Why did they change the noise? But then he meets up with this shadowy figure. And then next time we see the mailman, he's like trying to be king or something. He builds a big giant castle and starts like recruiting people to be evil with him. This guy, he's manipulating them to like maintain power. It was like a whole thing. Very difficult to explain without seeing it, like, with my eyes. Like, it starts off slow, with just, like, the idea was, they're on a big old boat, and then they, like, moved the boat, and then they landed in this new area, and so book 1 was just, like, getting comfy with the characters in the new area. And that's where you find out where he's a mailman. And then it ends with him like meeting up with the mysterious shadowy guy. And then by the next time we see the mailman, he's a king. He's the bird king, cause it's all jumbled up. I'm just gonna say anything, just like the plot details, just any. I remember after he becomes king, he manipulates the fire guy, cause the fire guy, he's like insecure, and so he manipulates him like they all think bad of you, anxiety, and then that makes the fire guy like run off and go do evil. So then he runs over to their big ship that they arrived in and starts burning it and killing people, or trying to kill people. And the people that he was attacking, they kill him. Like, he's fully dead. He canonically dies. He was in the first book, he was the second person to talk, and he's dead. Like, canonically dies in the second book. Not really book, more like part, a volume. No, volume is like a collection. He just canonically dies. And then, like, later, when there's like ghost characters, there's like a whole thing where when someone dies, their like soul gets stuck to an object. If they like are determined enough, their soul gets stuck to an object. And basically, one of these ghosts whose soul got stuck to an object got manipulated by the Bird King. He was like, they know you, that they're trying to kill you. They know your one weakness, and they're like trying to target you. And then that made the ghost lady attack them. And then, like, her attacking them, thinking that they're trying to kill her when they weren't, makes them kill her because she's attacking them. And so her object that she's attached to gets like wrecked or gets burned, and so she dies and goes to literal hell. Like in the story, there's hell, and that's where she goes. After she goes to literal hell, she wakes up and finds that the fire guy is there, because he's fire. He's like canonically from like hell. And then he's like, oh yeah, because I know these guys, like one of these demons is my uncle, so he got me this job as the personal, like, a torturer in this purgatory. You see, like, oh, she wakes up but is in this white area, this like white room, and then there's like these skeletons and these other people who have also canonically died, and they're in there. Then she's like, oh hey, what's up? We find out what happened to the fire guy and what happened to all these dead people that canonically died. And it like explained what happened to them. Like this guy, he was a shark person, and he got betrayed by his pirate crew and got like stranded on land where he dried out and died. Then she like goes and finds him in purgatory, and he's like, you know, in when you're on the ocean and it's nighttime and you can't see anything, like it's all black. That's what his like purgatory room is. Just that, and he's going crazy because he's alone. She like is like running like, ugh, this has to be a joke. I gotta get out of here. And she just like runs through a whole bunch of doors in the rooms. It's just like repeating. And then she ends up like way out in the middle of nowhere, like a big field. And then she turns, finds a big wall. And then when she goes in it, like a little opening, she sees like the bird guy. He's all chained up, and you just see his like his eyes. It was such a cool visual I painted. I'm so proud of that. Because like the bird guy, he changed so much from being the mailman to being the literal king. And then you find out that he's actually dead, and like that is not the mailman. It was such a cool thing. Oh yeah, I should specify. I'm not gonna write this anymore. Cause like, I just lost interest. Oh, I'm back. I just had to dip for a second. I had to go. I'm babysitting cats. I had to go feed them and like visit them for a bit. It's like a mother and her baby. And like I got scratched so hard, like on my arm and on my chest, because the mother is so climby. She's a city cat, so like they climb a lot, and she climbed on me and just tore up my arm. Like 2 big scratches. Thankfully not bleeding. It just hurts a bunch. Back to my story. It's not raining. It's like I forgot where I was, my placement. Well, now the sun's going down. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why is this happening to me? I'm just gonna skip to a random spot in the story because I'm not good at storytelling. The king, he assembles like a group of like, it's a foggy, a group of like guys that follow his orders and do evil stuff. Just like an evil gang. Basically, like a bee-man who's like, his thing is that he's like thinks the Birdman is his father and just does whatever he says, and then that's how they do evil together. It's mostly just like the bee guy just like pretending to do evil stuff while the king guy does like literal actual evil stuff. That's their dynamic. And some of the other like people that that join the evil side. There's this TV man who has like a radio station and like, no, a TV studio that has a radio station. He's like evil, but in the way where he only wants money. He's that kind of evil. And then the king guy's like, you can make money, cause like I'll use my power to just get rid of all the other TV stations, and you'll be the only one. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll do that. Well, I'll just help out this guy for like a week and then betray him. I'm not really proud of it. I just like it. Like how I wrote it. He gets like double crossing because he's a TV person, like a literal television. He just tosses him in like a bathtub or something. No, it wasn't a bathtub, it was like a cave of water. So then he could have the alibi, specifically that like, oh, he just slipped in there. Oh, there's the alibi that he slipped and that it was an accident. But then turns out the television guy, he's alive, and he starts plotting his revenge. And the character arc is that the bee-man, he saw that his dad was doing literal evil stuff, like went and murdered the TV man, like right in front of him. And so that's what like radicalizes the bee guy to go against the Birdman. The bee guy joins the TV man to fight the bird guy. And cause the TV guy went like basically got scrambled by the water. Because he got scrambled by the water, just like kinda went a bit crazy. The crazy TV guy, he goes and gets the slime man and turns him into a farm. Starts like farming slime off him. And then that just makes, and because nobody cared that the slime guy was being farmed, makes the slime guy become an evil villain. And basically each book, quotations on book, has a villain, has like a main villain. Book 1 was just like chilling. Book 2 had the fire guy as the villain. Book 3 was I forgot who was on book 3. It was the spider person. The spider guy started a cult and he was the bad guy. But it was later found out that the spider guy made the cult because the bird king was like telling him to do it. Then all these suspicious things happening. Like a private investigator in the town. He was a cat. He was a private investigator and he caught on that like all these suspicious things are happening and they're all connected to the Birdman. And so he like starts investigating him and like digging. But the Birdman really doesn't like that. So it's that funny thing, because he built a castle right next to the cat detective guy, his office, just so he could like always be beside him, and, like keep an eye on him or something. And so the thing with the seventh is the cat guy like investigating the bird guy. And he finds that he did the thing to he manipulated the fire guy, the ghost lady, the spider person, the B and TV guy, all of them. He uncovers the entire the whole like bad guy group, and then it ends with the Birdman, the Bird King, killing the guy, the detective. He was basically the cat guy. He had an assistant who is a chameleon person, like witnessing his murder. And it was like, oh, what's gonna happen next? Oh. And then I think it was the 9th, because we skipped one after that. It was like the cat guy dies, the assistant like witnesses the murder, and then it skips one where there's an in-between. Oh, phantoms. Then book 9 is where the chameleon thing comes back. So it's the chameleon using their chameleon powers to just sneak around. They follow the bird. No, they follow. It's a long story, but there was this moth person. During the fire guy's rampage, he burnt the moth person, like burnt up his wings so he couldn't fly anymore. And so that's what like radicalized him and turned him against the people, and so he joined the king and the evil group. And so the chameleon person in book 9, they're wandering around. They follow the moth guy into the secret lair where they witness a meeting. Then like it's discovered during the meeting there's a whole chase. It ends with the bird guy being like, join my side and I won't kill you. And then the chameleon's like, sure, why not? And so the chameleon joins the evil team. I'm really tired, if you couldn't tell. I know there's more, but I think that's the farthest they got into writing. Like, I made characters. There's like a star person, and then there's a fox person, like a spider. But I think I just like didn't use those characters. Like I wrote up to book 9 where the chameleon person gets caught, like joins them, and then I just stopped. What was that? There's noises. That's how far I got. And then I like manipulated everyone else to kill each other and ignore him. And then when they started noticing, he started like killing them. and then recruited them to just like cause chaos. I remember because he had like a biological son, because the bee guy wasn't his literal son, he just thought he was. He had a like an actual biological another bird who was like another bird person who was his son. The bird king was like, hey, you can join in on the business, be evil with us. Yeah. And it's so funny. Because immediately after he joins, he pins all of the blame onto his son. And then his son goes to prison and is like, why'd you do this? It's like, just cuz. I just find that so fun. Fun fact, I think I wrote that entirely based off of music. Like each of the ideas came from a different song. Like I had a playlist and it was like, this would be very cool if it was like a story. And so I like reordered the playlist. No, I made a new playlist, put it in an order, and then I just wrote off of that. That just really shows how my brain works. Like I'm listening to music on my bed, just doing nothing, and then just a whole story happens. Like 9 books of a story. I remember I lost interest because I built the world of it in Minecraft. Like I built each of their houses in each location. But it was like so laggy because it was on Nintendo Switch that I just lost interest because I couldn't build anymore. I'm just gonna stop this recording this episode right now. I should do an outro probably. Hope you enjoyed the video. Tune in next week. Not next week. I don't have a schedule, so I can't like promise anything. I might continue this like Minecraft world. It is dark, so I can't do anything. Like I've written many stories. I could talk about those next time. Okay. Gonna snooze now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Yeah. See you.